Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
You know those times when you get invited to a party as a guest?
And he took me to a John Legend private concert. I didn't even know that's what we were doing.
You had me at, can you call out sick to work?
And you have no idea what you're in for.
I whipped out my junk and put it on his desk.
This is a podcast about just that.
They're going to arrest us for being on mushrooms at a wizard park. We're in trouble.
This is Plus One Stories.
How you doing? My name's Chris Donovan, the host, and this week we have a great show for you. Now, I'm joined by Jeff Pope. I call him Jeffrey. He worked with my wife for a long period of time before I knew my wife and for lots of years after, which means we've known each other a while, and we've been able to do things, together, in a sense. So we kick it off with a story about him and his best friend going to the Bengals-Chargers game and getting called from a guy in a wheelchair because their team won and his team lost. Then we talk about some times that I was my wife's plus one and Jeff's wife was his plus one at work events that we've got to attend, like Jamaica, where Jeff got drunk for the first time. Either way, this is a really good one for you. Do me a favor, go to thisisfunner.com. Check out all the other podcasts and online content up there. There's a sports fix with Sticks if you're a sports fan. There's R2 details if you like Star Wars, along with others. So check that out while you listen to the conversation with me and Jeff Pope here on Plus One Stories. Jeffrey Pope, thank you so much for joining me on the show.
It is a pleasure even to be in your presence.
Really?
Absolutely.
I'm actually intimidated because I know your radio career and your background, and I'm sitting here interviewing you, which I should be, but for all the wrong reasons. But anyway, this is Plus One Stories, and we've had awesome stories about my buddy being the plus one at Michael Jackson's Pepsi commercial where he gets his hair burnt.
Okay, I don't know if I can top that.
Well, I'm not trying to say
we're talking fire and Michael Jackson in the same sentence.
Or my buddy putting his junk on Larry Flint's desk at the Hustler building.
Yeah,
so
that's kind of tough to beat also. Anything involving genitalia.
That was my plus one.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Not at all, right? Thank God I didn't get arrested. So
no kidding.
Okay, but you have a story, and I'm not going to set it up. You just go into your story, but I want to just something about a jersey.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Completely involving football. My Cincinnati Bengals are playing the Chargers down in San Diego. And I was able to get my best friend to go because, I can't find any other Bengals fans. This is back when they were not that good.
Which was every time before this year.
Exactly. 33-year stretch of being bad. They're playing San Diego. I got to go see my team, and I need somebody to go with me. My best friend. Obviously, now we have to roll in Bengals jerseys. I've got about 10. I take one. He wants to borrow one. I give him a monogrammed Pope jersey. It's got my name on the back.
Name, yes.
So it's number 11. It's got Pope on the back. We go to the game. Great time. Bengals win.
Oh, well, that's a good sign.
Always good. It's very rare. And I'm like, wow. And I'm thinking, okay, my best friend, every time the Bengals play, he has to wear my jersey that says Pope on the back.
There you go.
So we're coming out of the stadium. We're walking to our car. And there's a couple of pissed-off Chargers fans. Clearly, alcohol has taken its toll. They're not happy the way the game went. They just lost at home to the Cincinnati Bengals. And there's this one fan, little older, probably late 60s. He's confined to a wheelchair. He's really unhappy. And he yells at the two of us, "You two from Cincinnati, you just came here for the weather. Go back to Cincinnati where you belong." And I stood up for the Illinois Empire. I'm like, hey, we're from Riverside. We're not from Cincinnati, but you're right. A lot of people come here for the weather. That's not us. I love the weather right now in Riverside. It's about 80 degrees.
So the guy's like, well, that was a really polite answer to me yelling at him like an asshole.
Exactly. I didn't want to cause any strife. I'm a Bengals fan. I never cause strife with opposing football fans.
I wouldn't have been that eloquent.
Well, you're a Seahawks fan.
There you
so you
go.
have reason to run smack. You've got something to back it up with. He kept going. Well, you just got to leave. You just got to get out of here. My best friend would not let this leave.
Uh-oh.
And he turned around on him and says, do you know who the first retired jersey in Chargers history is? Because he's now breaking out with Chargers trivia to test this manhood. And the guy in the wheelchair is like, I don't know. It's John Hadel. How do you know that? You would call yourself a Chargers fan? Do you know who number 14 is? One of the greatest quarterbacks of all time? Back in 19... Do you know who number 81 was? In fact, they lost to the Bengals in the AFC Championship game. Do you know who number 14 is? And now this guy in a wheelchair is just baffled. He is stunned at this onslaught that is coming at him. And my best friend says, it's Dan Fouts. You call yourself a Chargers fan? You're an embarrassment.
Bad cop, good cop.
As we walk away, and I'm trying to say, dude, I'm like, friend, please relax. This man is confounded in a wheelchair. The guy in the wheelchair is like, hey, you come back here, Pope, you pussy. I'll kick your ass. And my friend turns around, excuse me? You heard me, Pope, you pussy. Come on, bring it. I'll kick your ass. I'm not going to do that because you're confined to a wheelchair, so it's not even a fair fight. And I'm thinking,
oh my
do I jump in here? Because technically the guy in the wheelchair is threatening me.
Yes.
But then again, I don't want the me wearing the jersey to fight a guy who's confined to a wheelchair. This is all bad. I'm like, I begin to apologize on behalf of myself through a third intermediary. I'm sorry. This should not happen. We're going to go, yeah, get out of here and take that Pope fucker with you. All right, we're leaving.
And that's your name the whole You're like, God, that Pope guy, I can't take him anywhere. Well, the funny thing is when you do the voice, you do a face. So I'm going to have to get a picture of that next time you do the voice because I have to post that.
All right.
So let's do the guy's voice one more time saying, you Pope fucker.
Okay.
You Pope fucker, you get back out of here and go back to Cincinnati where you came from.
Perfect. So
long story short, that best friend is
happening.
never allowed to wear that jersey again.
Oh, I was going to say, but the Cincinnati Bengals won. Maybe that's why they haven't done anything since.
They won that game and then proceeded to suck for the next 5 years after that.
Well, then that's why. Okay, so then the only visual I have in my head right now, which is making me laugh yet, I don't know if I should, is some old dude.
Yes.
Sitting in a wheelchair.
Right.
In a Chargers jersey.
Chargers jersey.
Assumed.
Yes.
Yelling at Pope, or your best friend, being Pope.
Yes.
Walking away, going, Pope, you pussy.
Right.
And there's a bunch of people around.
All these other fans are watching this go down.
Did you see any cameras going at all? Because I'm sure you're probably viral. You just don't know it yet.
I did not want that to go viral for obvious reasons. It would be bad PR, especially going down in San Diego. And here's a guy, especially since the guy wearing the Pope jersey is about to throw down with a disabled guy inside a wheelchair. Bad PR. And he's probably thinking, everyone's going to think it's this other guy with, they're not thinking it's me. They're thinking it's Pope who just pummeled a guy in a wheelchair.
Exactly. And there's a cop standing over in the corner going, I wonder if I get to arrest Pope. Just thinking Pope already because it's on his shirt. And he's going to go, yeah. And then, of course, would your friend have said his name was Jeffrey Pope?
Probably not. And at that point, I'm like, do I bail this guy out? Do I bail it out? Because now you're going to have here something like fan arrested for pummeling a disabled fan and Jeff Pope just bailed out Jeff Pope. That would be bad.
Jeff Pope just bailed out Jeff Pope. Well, that's happened before. It's probably not something that hasn't happened. But I would have just run circles around the guy and see if he would have caught up.
Oh.
That's rude and mean.
See, that's taking rude to the next level.
He did call you a pussy. Well, he called your friend a pussy.
Through a representative. He called a representative.
Well, my wife represents me all the time. But
there you go.
Her a bad name.
Good point.
She might deserve it.
I was thinking, maybe a third person kind of way I did get called a pussy. Very weird situation.
Well, your name was yelled out.
Yes. The name was defamed.
But you weren't taking offense to that.
There's a part of me that was actually thought the whole thing was hilarious.
Yeah, right?
I'm not going to lie. To see me offside, because almost like it was a representative of me ripping this guy in the wheelchair for calling out Bengals fans like we all flew to San Diego for the weather. And then to see me bust this guy out on trivia, testing his manhood when it came to his team.
It was like a dream because the Bengals won to start.
Yes, they did. It was beautiful.
Then you get to see an analog of yourself or whatever.
Right.
What is the word I'm looking for? avatar of yourself.
That's it.
You got to watch an avatar of yourself in your jersey.
Right.
Yell at some guy in a wheelchair, which probably is pretty funny on its own. And then to make him look like a clown because he was talking shit about your team.
It was just, again, it was almost like I had removed myself, and now I'm watching my life on a big screen, and I'm watching this go down.
And this was at Qualcomm.
This was at Qualcomm,
God,
yes.
that stadium sucked. That was the worst stadium. It had one ATM on the 4th floor, and it never worked.
You're absolutely right about that. And we couldn't really run away from the wheelchair guy because it took us 3 hours to get out of the parking lot, and he was going to catch us anyway.
He had to wait for the elevator. At least you got to go down the escalator, probably.
That is true. That's a very good point.
Means I know that stadium.
Oh, you do know that stadium. That is funny.
They tore it down, though. It's gone now. They're going to build a new one, I think. So,
right.
All right, Pope. So let me just do a little recap for you.
Okay.
You went to a Cincinnati Bengals Chargers game in San Diego, California with your best friend.
Correct.
It was a nice day down there.
Beautiful day.
Bengals won.
Yes, they did.
Your friend wore your jersey.
Yes, he did, with my name on the back.
With your name on the back. It was a custom jersey.
He borrowed it. That's right.
And a guy in a wheelchair got pissed off at him for wearing said jersey.
Well, he was upset because, his team had lost. And then when he called us out and said to go back to Cincinnati, and I was willing to walk away, the guy wearing the Pope jersey decided to take him on.
Whoa.
And that's when he went with the trivia to test this guy out to see if he was a Chargers fan. And when he bombed both questions, well, what
was the final question? Did he ask him why he was in the wheelchair? Did he make fun of another team?
No.
The
second question was, can you tell me who number 14 was? Very famous quarterback?
Oh, damn it.
Leaf.
Ryan Leaf. No, I would have been like, did you make fun of a Raiders fan? Is that why you're in a wheelchair? That'd be a good one.
Oh, wow.
Raiders or
that's true.
Dodgers, I mean,
or
to be honest.
Rams during a playoff game.
That's true, too. I haven't seen those. I've seen a few of those videos against the Niners that didn't go so well for that Niners fan.
No kidding.
But yeah, okay, cool. Do you have any other stories? Anything? Your wife have any stories? I know. I have a story with your wife.
Oh, God. Well,
that sounds dirty.
Here, I'm here for this. Let me hear this story then. I'm down to hear this.
We went to Jamaica. Remember?
That's right. Yeah, I remember that.
You were my wife. You were my wife's work husband.
That's right.
And I was my wife's plus one.
Right. That's
and
true.
your wife was your plus one.
Was my plus one. That's correct.
And you guys were going to Jamaica to broadcast live from Sandals.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful place.
Fantastic.
So gorgeous.
And the rooms were so nice.
But you guys got your airfare paid for.
You didn't get your airfare paid for?
No. We were plus one, so we had to pay for our airfare, but the whole stay was free.
Gotcha.
So even your wife had to pay, right? If not, I'm pissed.
That was a while ago. I'm not 100% sure, and I really don't want to get you all pissed off.
She paid because we looked at the same. We booked the same flight.
So that's right, you guys. That's right.
We go, and I'm wearing shorts. I left California.
This is a great story.
So we're going, and we get to customs.
Right.
And we walk up together, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know. I've never done this before." She goes, and then they thought we were together, and I'm like, "Oh shit, no, I'm sorry." And I step away, and he goes, "No, you come back here."
Right.
What are you guys doing? Well, my wife's working. Oh, she looks at me. She goes, "Don't do that." Go. Oh no, we're just going on vacation. Okay, cool. Leave. They told you not to say they were working. I'm like, I don't remember anything. So we're in New York. This is our layover in New York. We had to fly from L.A. to New York to Jamaica. Why does that make any sense? So,
good point.
We get through customs, and then we have to go over to the international wing to jump over to Jamaica. Right. We had to get our bags, recheck them, but then there wasn't a hallway or anything. It was, we had to go outside, through a parking lot. I'm wearing shorts. I don't think I had flip-flops. I don't usually fly in flip-flops because it's gross, but I'm walking through outside in shorts. Your wife is behind me because
isn't this like early February?
Yeah.
Right.
It's cold.
And there's snow on the ground, right?
Yeah.
It's freezing.
I'm in a parking lot. I'm like, why am I in a parking lot? I should be in an airport. And apparently, I don't know what the hell the deal was. We had to walk across this parking lot into another building, and then we were there. But that's a really bad flaw design.
Yeah.
But then we get through there, and we finally get to Jamaica, and we had a good old time. But I remember that vividly, your wife being like, why are we outside? I don't know, but I'm wearing shorts. Can we hurry?
You know, the one funny thing about that trip was that was the first time I've been drunk. First time I got drunk. And because they had those frozen bananas and some bird drink, hummingbirds. And I was just throwing them down on the boat while you and everyone else went climbing.
Dirty bananas.
Dirty bananas.
There you go.
God, those were so good.
I brought them to you guys' broadcast every morning as soon as the bar
opened. Yes, you did. And I recall Evelyn, your wife, was like going to my wife and says, oh my gosh, is Jeff drunk? And my wife's like, I don't know. I've never seen him like this before.
And then you repeated yourself 4 times.
Oh, constantly.
And then she's like, he's got to be drunk.
He has. I've never seen him like this before. I was thanking all the food helpers and the wait staff constantly.
Oh, and you were at the Cookie Monster. Elmo was there.
Everybody. Oh
but
my God.
do you remember? I just remembered this. I was still +1 on this event the whole time.
Right.
But I was helping. But
right, you were there.
Our
in the morning.
room was in a hallway where they were doing construction.
That's right.
So they were like, Can we move you? And we're like, No, we're okay. Mm-hmm. They're like, Are you sure? And I'm like, well, where do you want to move us? And they're like, well, you see the beach right there? And they're like, yeah. Well, the door right on that beach.
That's right.
What?
That's right.
We'll go get our stuff.
There was sand in your room.
There was.
That was close.
The door was open. It was sand and wood boardwalk.
I remember that. You got the ultimate upgrade of all time.
And it was, I think, the last 2 nights we got that ocean sound right into our front door. Right. Oh, it was so cool.
Oh, my God. Very
Flash forward a couple years later, I got crabs.
Oh.
No. You don't know. We were in Jamaica again, but it was a different radio show. My wife's
okay.
No.
Okay.
And there was a big ass crab running around the pool.
Was there?
At 3 a.m. So I grabbed him. He snapped back really effing hard. My whole thumb was black and blue the next day. So the whole joke is I caught crabs.
Nice.
I caught crabs in Jamaica.
That's beautiful. I'm sure your wife is proud of you.
She is very proud.
Love to hear that story constantly.
She was, she's in a swimsuit swimming, but it was late at night. I didn't have swimsuits, so we were all out there in our skivvies.
I got you.
It was fun, man. Jamaica's a good time, but
yes.
Not to get off the point, Jeffrey, thank you for joining me.
Anytime, Chris. It's always a pleasure, buddy.
Yeah, you got to come on my other podcast, R2 Details, and I can make fun of you and your lack of Star Wars knowledge.
Oh, you absolutely can destroy me. Absolutely destroy me at will.
But I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. And how can people get a hold of you?
You can reach out to me. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram at Jeff Pope Radio, at Jeff Pope on my Twitter feed. So
don't you have a radio show?
You want me to promote that?
If you want to.
I love it. You're like, I don't care.
I don't care. Promote it. Yeah, this is great.
Yeah. Hot 103.9 every morning from 5:30 to 10.
I used to work in that building.
That's true. It's weird. You used to work in my building. I used to work with your wife. It's
a circle of fun.
I was going to say it's a circle of incest in this radio game.
I wouldn't. Well, in the radio game.
In the radio game.
But we can find a better word.
Yes, we
All
can.
right, Jeff.
In the business.
All right, man. We'll talk soon.
All right.
Bye.
You've survived another story. Thanks for listening, and please let us know what you think about the show by leaving a rating and review. If you have a story or want to connect with Chris, go to thisisfunner.com.